Hey everyone, this is Lori. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some Google Analytics issues that I had over the last week and how I fixed them. And so if you're having problems with Google Analytics, it was going along fine, and then all of a sudden, everything went to crap, for a lack of better words, especially if you're using WordPress. Okay, so last week on the 7th, around noon, there were some updates to my website. I updated some plugins. One of them was my SEO plugin. And then I also updated my WordPress website. And it wasn't until the next day, on the 8th, when I realized I'm not getting any traffic. So I checked my website. My website was coming back fine. And I was, checking to make sure that GT Metrics was bringing it up. And everything worked fine with it. I was getting great scores, so I knew it wasn't that my website wasn't getting traffic because it wasn't online or anything like that. It's just that my Google Analytics just stopped. Okay, and so I started reading articles. I don't know how many articles I read, videos I watched to see if I could figure out what the problem was. And then I think it was Sunday night, I came across an article where a lady had posted in a forum that her WordPress website, Google Analytics, stopped working, which is very similar to what my problem was. So I read the article, and it mentioned a couple of things, and what I realized was that my Google Analytics tracking code in my SEO plugin had just stopped working. And that just happened to be one of the updates that I did that day. So what I opted to do was go out and I downloaded a separate plugin just for Google Analytics. Now this isn't showing any Google Analytics dashboard or anything like that. All it's showing is just the Google Analytics. Okay, so and this is it. It gets really good reviews. It has 200,000 active installs. It is compatible with my version of WordPress, and it's been updated about 2 weeks ago. So just to give you more details, it's really easy to use. Okay, so if you're having problems with your Google Analytics not coming back and it just stopped, and if you are using another plugin or you're using the all-in-one SEO plugin, which I usually like, but something happened and the Google Analytics portion of it just stopped, then you might want to consider this. So it's easy to install. You can read the reviews if you want. They were very, very positive. It said code visible on the website. I never saw any code, so it must be something that maybe they're having problems with their website. But, it's 1 star out of 68, so I'm not going to worry about it. I haven't had any issues with it. So when you install it, you're going to come to this page. It gives you a really simple how to use. Visit the plugin settings panel, enter your Google tracking ID, and click either Universal Analytics or Global Site Tag. So I chose to use the Universal Analytics, and so it'll be in one place on each page of my website. Okay, and once I did that, and I believe it was it was yesterday, the 13th, is when the issues started being resolved, and now I'm tracking. Now it's tracking fine. So you can see this was around noon on the 7th. It wasn't tracking anything on the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, 11th, or the 12th, because it was late Sunday night when I started looking at it again, and then Monday morning is when I went ahead and read that article again, started doing some more troubleshooting, And so today I'm starting to get more traffic. Now, I did have some issues as part of my troubleshooting. I did delete all of the filters that I had set up, and I had to go back in and add a bunch of filters because I was getting spammed by certain countries as well as certain referrals. So I have deleted all of that, and that's gone down about almost 2% since I did that this afternoon. So I anticipate just seeing more improvements since I added back. It resolved the tracking issue to begin with, and then I added back in my filters. Okay, so if you are having problems, get the Google Analytics tracking code. If you are already using another service that you're having problems with, you want to make sure that you deactivate or remove your Google Analytics tracking code from that plugin, because you don't want Google to try to track it twice, because that will screw it up as well. You won't get anything. Because you only, and one way to do that, and I'll show you in just a second, one way to tell how many times your tracking is listed on a page. Let me get out of here. And okay, so this won't work if you're logged in, or it doesn't work for me when I'm logged in. But you open up your website, go down to View Page Source, and click on it. And don't be alarmed with all this code or anything. Press Control F. And hold on one. Okay. Press Control F. That'll bring up the search box up here, and then copy and paste your tracking code, your Google Analytics tracking code, and it should come up as 1 of 1. So if you see 1 of 2, that means your tracking code is listed twice on that page, and that could be another reason why you're not tracking anything, because there's that conflict between both. By having 2, Google Analytics is trying to use 2 codes of the same thing, and it's just a conflict, and it will mess up your tracking as well. So you want to make sure that you're only seeing 1 of 1. Okay, so I hope that helps. I know it did resolve my issue, and wish you luck. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.